Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kirklees Guitar School Podcast. I'm joined with my co-host, Mr. George Loveridge. How you doing, George?
I'm really good, James. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Has this week been a rock or a roll?
We're rocking again, of course.
Right.
This week has been the start of one-to-one lessons again. 1st September on Monday. So lots of tired faces, people kicking and screaming, going back to school, but not coming back to KGS, thankfully.
Right.
So yeah, back to a routine.
Not kicking and screaming coming back to KGS. No. They are still coming back to KGS.
Yeah, they are still coming back, and they have been coming back, which is nice. I'm a big creature of habit, and I like having routine. So it's nice that I can get back to my 10, 11 lessons a day sort of thing. I know what's coming.
I must admit, I didn't realise actually how much I'd missed that sort of regularity.
A-B. Yeah. Which, when we started the summer, we were glad to get out of that, but now it's really good to get back into it. The only other thing that could make this week a roll is that pre-sale go out today. Def Leppard are touring next year. Hear me out. And they're playing in Sheffield, which is down the road from us, and of course their home city. And Extreme are supporting them.
Okay.
So that's going to be quite a good gig. Sort of an hour of Extreme followed by 2 hours of Def Leppard. That we can do. Tickets are over £100 plus fees in the corner by the bins.
How much over £100?
I think they're £100 exactly plus fees, so it's going to be like 107.
Yeah.
And then you've got to pay £17 for parking at the arena. I mean, I could get the train, but what if the train's full or on strike? And I just think, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put my big boy shoes on and leave it. Me and my partner were looking, and
you could buy that foot switch for your Katana Go.
Katana Go foot switch. But yeah, it is a rock. What about you this week?
Yeah, this week's been good. Yeah, like a lot like you, back to normality now because I run the school. It's all a bit crazy as the first week of terms. A lot of diary shuffling. You know, there's
a lot of admin
with 220, I think, contacts that we transact with every week for lessons, and people's times change, shifts change, one thing or another, and it's
people starting new schools and new routines and new clubs. We just get the forefront of that. Don't we?
Every day this week I've sort of been opening my inbox on my laptop like this because I don't really want to deal with the shower of shit that we're going to get. But anyway, it's fine. Nothing I can't handle, and it's just it comes. It's like Christmas, September, start of the academic year, comes every year, and I'm never as prepared for it as I probably should be. But we've got through it, and we've survived the first week. I took my. I did the first Northern Live gig with the Quad Cortex on.
Was it Friday?
Friday.
So you mentioned
Friday.
that it was tomorrow. Last time we filmed, so now it's happened.
Best sound I've ever had. Awesome. Yeah, I got the MD of the show to play the Les Paul plugged into it, the black custom that I've got, and I just sat at the back of the theatre and kind of gasped in it through the big sound system. It sounded incredible. Definitely, really pleased with that.
Was there a ghost in your house?
Yes, there was.
Remember that really weirdly.
It's a great song. Ardeen Taylor. It's a great song. And one other thing that's rocking, not this week, but by the time this airs. Me and George are going to be at the Leeds Bradford Guitar Show between 10 and 12 on Saturday the 14th.
Sunday the 14th.
Sunday the 14th.
One more week.
One more
Steady,
week. But also, by the time next week's episode airs, it will be on the day. So come and say hello. We'll be all suited and booted in KGS gear. We'll be there between 10 and 12. Come and say hello.
We're just wandering around like peasants. We're not.
Yeah, we don't have a stand.
Capacity.
Not this year. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see for next year. We don't.
Well, you've got a guitar to flog, so maybe.
We'll see. But there might be some new additions next week to both stables on the podcast. So
yes,
that's, watch this space. So what's on the agenda for today? What we're going to talk about?
So we've moved the camera around. Sorry, I'm looking where I'm going. So we're going to start off with our technical focus this week. We're looking at picking, hybrid picking, economy picking, all sorts of picking. We've talked about pick sizes before, but talking about how you can use it, because it kind of ties in someone asking about fingerstyle on electric guitar, and there's a few myths around that. So technical focus to start us off. We're then going neck deep. What are we working on? Let's have a chat, everyone. What are we all working on at the minute? And then pick our brains. I'm going to load up last week's podcast, and we'll have a look at some questions from there. And of course, finishing with our jam.
Excellent.
So that's the agenda for today.
Right then. So picking's a point of contention for a lot of guitarists, isn't it? What there's three kind of main types of picking that we're going to talk about today. Now, guys, this is just picking with a plectrum that we're going to speak about today. We're not talking about fingerstyle guitar or finger picking, which is something we are going to address in one of the comments later on. So stay tuned if that's what you're after. We're talking about picking single notes with a plectrum, And there's a couple of different ways that we can go about it. So with picking, you'll see on the internet, people talk about alternate picking, hybrid picking, and economy picking. Now, there's a couple of others. The sweep picking we could talk about.
I went down a massive sweep picking rabbit hole the other day. Don't bother. Close your tab that you're already searching. Just stop.
We're going to just discuss those three because I feel like the guys that are watching us, that's the most value.
These are all an evolution of your normal picking that you won't even think about when you play a scale or a riff. You're just picking down. And this is sort of to improve on that and help you get quicker, faster, that sort of thing.
Okay, so what's alternate picking, George?
So alternate picking is the combination of down and up. It's alternate. You're alternating. The way I sell this to students that don't want to play alternate because I've spent 6 months playing down picks is if you're going down on a note, let me say if I play a pentatonic scale, I'm picking down. If I go in slow motion, I pick down. I've then got to come back up to then pick down again. So why don't you just pick up on your way up? While you're there. So that's what alternate picking is. Down and up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. That's really useful for quicker riffs. Now, I always contradict myself here. James Hetfield, Metallica, when he's playing stuff, he's playing all down picks. Mm-hmm. But we want to do alternate. That's how I preach it anyway, because you can get that really quick. It's down and up, down and up.
Somebody on Instagram got really cross with me for doing... really cross with me for alternate picking that. It's kind of like, I'm not James Hetfield. I wish I was. I can't play £5 behind him.
I can't play that as all down picks. Can you hear instantly that was slower? I'm not trying to make a point. I just can't play it as quickly.
But also, just try that again for me. Just play it for another couple of bars.
You alternate, yeah. See what I mean? So that is your alternate picking, and that's why we do it. Down and up.
The point I wanted to make there is when we down pick all the time, and that's all that we do, I find a player's sound is quite monotone.
Yeah, definitely. There's no variation.
Exactly. And even though you'll feel like you're hitting the string with the same amount of gusto, you're not, and it adds a little bit of sort of natural punctuation to what you flow to what you're saying.
Because it's swung.
Yes.
It is swung. See, that can be down.
So my default state as a guitarist, and this isn't one size fits all. It's not one size fits all, but I learnt to alternate pick everything.
Yeah,
and even sometimes, we were talking about Whiskey in the Jar in the lead class yesterday, where in the verses, it's got this really cool... There's points in that where it'd make sense to do maybe 2 upstrokes in a row, but I'm just so hardwired to down and up pick everything that that's just my natural kind of
Well, yes, sometimes I'm sure you say it to students as well. You could alternate pick here, or if you chuck 2 ups in, I'm not going to be upset.
Yeah, I say the alternate picking police aren't going to come and get you. But
they will.
I'd encourage anybody who's just sort of finding the feet with the guitar, or to at least try and get some upstrokes in there.
Yeah.
Because if you we'll take that minor pentatonic scale. If you're going... Now, what I'm going to do, just to sort of labour on that point just for another minute or so, could you give me a shuffle in A, and I'm going to improvise over this. But I'm just going to do downstrokes, all downstrokes. I mean, it sounds okay, but it doesn't have...
the flow.
If you play the right notes,
that was
it sounds
cool,
even
actually.
better. It just gives you that little bit more. It makes you sound more like you know what you're doing. None of us know what we're doing.
No. So we've just been very sort of wax lyrically playing Metallica and blues riffs. The best way to practice this, start at the bottom, spider exercise.
100%.
So because we know that doesn't take any brain power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up.
You were just
down,
picked
up,
all
down,
that.
up. I did, yeah. I'm working my way up. Down, up, down, up. And you can say it out loud. Guitar playing is cognitive. Tell your hand what to do. Down, up, down, up. What? Right. Progress that to a scale. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or put it into your normal playing. A really good riff for this is Breaking the Law, Judas Priest, because doesn't feel like a boring exercise. Put some gain on, and you've got a cool riff.
We did a lesson for it for Riffmas last year, so right. I'll put a link to that in the comments for everybody.
Down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's really hard to say and do at the same time, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than that's down, alternate. It's just the flow, how it feels.
And this, we're not, for those of you that have maybe tuned into us for the first time, we're not all about heavy metal. It just happens to be that a lot of the riffs that we learned as youngsters were classic rock. Crazy Train's another great example of that.
So, alternate picking.
Tangent.
Yes. But that's how it goes.
It does, yeah.
What's the next step from alternate then?
So we'll address economy picking really, really quickly, just because it's on the list. Now, we were scratching our heads prior to filming the episode, this episode, going, what's a really good example of something that's economy picked? And because your playing's quite similar to mine, because I've taught you for a long time, didn't I, all them years ago? Yeah. But we're actually struggling to find an example of something that's economy picked that's not quite niche. Now, what I tend to do is, and how I'll teach economy picking, the idea is you need to decipher whether you need to put, what you pick, it tends to be down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down.
Like your strumming pattern almost.
Yeah, but what you want to make sure that your pick is travelling in the right direction to go to the next string, if that's the case. Yeah. Does that make sense?
That idea, while you're there, you might as well up pick.
100%. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a really little 3-note per string minor scale, okay? So all the scales that we tend to teach here at the school tend to have 2 notes per string. Occasionally we'll have 3. There's a whole sect of scales where every string has 3 notes on it that are connected, and it's really common among the kind of shredders.
Okay.
Yeah? Now, I'll just show you this scale really quickly, and then I'll talk about the picking. So I'm starting on the 5th fret of it's an A minor scale. So we've got 5th fret on the low E string, that's your A. 7th fret, 8th fret. So you've got root, major second, minor third. You're then going to go down to the A string, and you're going to play D, E, and F, which is fret 5,
7, and 8.
7 and 8. Then, bit of a stretch, but stick with me. We're going to go 5, 7 on the D, but then we're going to go up to the 9th fret, okay? Now, I appreciate that we've just surpassed the octave there.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. But I want to use it to illustrate my point, okay? Now, if I was to alternate pick that scale, I'd go down, up, down, up, down, up,
yeah, because
it
doesn't fit.
It's
2 doesn't fit into 3.
Exactly. So
it's like a stammer in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's it. And bearing in mind, I've just beaten it out of my playing, so it doesn't feel like too much of a big deal for me. Economy pickers would pick down, up, down, down, up, down, down.
So yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And when you see somebody like Malmsteen, who's absolutely like a Gatling gun, going through loads of stuff, every kind of fine micro movement that you can do to just gain that little bit of extra speed counts, Somebody like Malmsteen, John Petrucci out of Dream Theater, Nuno, I'd guess, does a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I've been looking at one of his tabs for Decadence Dance, and there's this run that he does, starts at 1 and ends on like 52, it feels like. But I don't know what this is, I should know. It's not triplets, but it's got 6 underneath it. Sextuplets? So it's
Sextuplets.
Sextuplets, that's it. And he's literally playing 6 notes in the space of 1 beat. That's where that would come in.
When Bonamassa does the cascading thing? Yeah. That's what he's doing there.
Right, okay.
I've spent years trying to get that. I will crack it eventually with some seriousness.
Tangent, sorry.
So then hybrid picking's the third one that we're going to talk about. Now,
Go on, next most achievable.
Yes, that's right. So you take the lead on hybrid picking then.
Well, I was going to let you cover it because it's my definition of hybrid. It's you've got a bit of down and up, you've got a bit of alternate, and you've got your fingers coming to it a little bit as well.
So the idea is that you're doing a mixture of playing with the plectrum and playing with your finger. So something like, let's stick in A minor pentatonic because it's all about A minor pentatonic. I'm gonna play 3 notes. Now you don't have to play triplets for this. It's just a really good example of this. I'm gonna play the 5th fret of the D string. I'm then going to hammer onto the root. I'm going to hammer onto the 7th fret.
I see where you're going.
Yeah? So I've just picked that D string. I'm then going to take my middle finger while I'm pressing the 5th fret of the string below.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the nail of my finger, and I'm going to use my finger to pick it up.
Scoop it, yeah.
And now you hear this country guitar thing.
So you're just using that middle finger underneath.
And whenever I've got a fast run like that, I'll do that. Banjo rolls.
Yeah.
Now, can you see? I don't know if you'll be able to see on my
if you just tilt to your left a bit, you might be able to see a bit better your right hand.
So there, I'm actually picking with not only the middle finger, but the ring finger as well.
Because that's a hybrid of you pick and your fingers.
Correct, yeah. And it's not finger style per se, but something like... Now, you could play it with upstrokes. But it kind of has this like country twang kind of
Why do you do all
to
3? Down picking, alternate, and your hybrid. Can we have 3 examples of each playing that riff? So you can't get that run.
Get that little run in it, whereas alternate. Yeah, it has that like little snap to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
George Harrison did it as
Hard
well.
Day's Night.
A bit, yeah.
Are we ready to get nerdy?
Go on then.
George Science. Hard Day's Night was recorded, the solo, at slower speed, like 45 on a tape. And then they sped it up back to 78 or something. Right. Yeah, so he plays it on a 12 string. So that's probably the speed he recorded it at. But so because it's so quick, what I'd do, I'd pick the but it's on a 12 string, and but yeah, they actually recorded it slower.
Amazing.
But it's that same. It's actually literally the same notes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
3. In all right now. Am I
Yeah,
playing that wrong?
That, yeah.
So you can make it if you drop the 3rd. Oh yeah. It gets really country and banjo-y, like you said, but it's still rock.
It's a really good way for you to kind of poke through, though. So, have you got any great examples that you use at home, everybody, for alternate, economy, or hybrid?
Well, this is good for bass as well. Like alternate picking on bass. Bass, don't use a pick on bass, but sometimes you do need to use a pick.
Oh, 100%.
There's some stuff when we looked at Metallica and stuff. There's a song I taught years ago, Spellbound by Susie and the Banshees.
All right, okay.
It's full of semiquavers. That you're not doing that unless you're Burton. You're not doing that with 3 fingers.
Yeah, when I play, because Steve Harris from Iron Maiden plays like that as well, but he tends to have the gallop thing,
yeah.
But he's still using the 3 fingers. Whenever I play bass like that, I find it really hard not to default to triplets and play that stuff.
That's why we're not bass players.
No.
Okay, so that's our technical focus from today. Picking 3 types. Sort of analyse your own playing at home, I think. See what works best.
Excellent.
So a new section for Neck Deep. What are you working on?
What am I working on?
Yeah, just for SH1T and giggles, or for work. What are you working on?
I've just finished a full transcription for Whiskey in the Jar. That took me 4 hours.
That's why I heard banging earlier. Your head against the wall.
Yeah, it's one of those songs where like we did the lesson on the. We did a lesson on all that, but what about everything else, including the solo? So I did a proper transcription on that. I learned how to play. I did lesson planning for Where Is My Mind, by the Pixies. That's a lesson that's coming soon. Okay. Why are you so against that? Or do you need to tell me off camera?
No, it's all right. At college, one of the briefs was playing songs in a different style. For example, we were given for our exam, like on camera, this is your exam. We were given as a band, What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong, in the style of Green Day.
Right.
One of them was Here Comes Your Man in a swing style. I just listened to the original record. I thought, what a load of junk.
Yeah.
Pixies just don't do it.
You just don't get it.
I mean, that what an annoying melody in Where Is Your Mind. Yeah, tangent. But yeah, Pixies not for me. Sorry.
Great for bar chords.
So's The Cure and
The Cure are terrible.
Well, see, I like The Cure.
Yeah, right, okay. Maybe we'll agree to disagree then, George.
Okay, fair dues.
So yeah, other than that, that's what I'm working on for work.
Yeah.
What I'm working on in my own time, I haven't really done a lot recently for myself, but as you know, I'm currently on the hunt for a certain type of guitar.
Pending another sale.
Pending the sale of another guitar. To try and, I want to get back into the kind of 80s Floyd Rose thing. I've been listening to a lot of early Metallica stuff, like Ride the Lightning, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Creeping Death.
Yeah, all that. But there's certain songs that I want to learn how to play where I just, believe it or not, in the guitar collection that I've got, I don't have something with a tremolo that I can do all that stuff
I think that's not just I need a Les Paul to play free. It's like I physically cannot do that on that guitar.
So I'm on the hunt for something with a Floyd Rose. I think I've found something, but I sent ESP a cheeky email and used a couple of the contacts, and we'll see if that out comes of it. But we'll see. But I'm kind of skirting around for my own interest. I want to kind of get back into the kind of fast 80s shredder kind of thing. Not necessarily for anything that we do online or for the school, but just for my own. Yeah. Just to see if I can play it, to be honest. You know, go down the Paul Gilbert rabbit hole, maybe. I mean, you know, some like Avenged Sevenfold or something like that. I'd like to look into that just so that I can, just for the sport of it more than anything, you know? Somebody brought some Pantera into the studio the other day, and I really enjoyed
Cowboys
playing
from Hell.
Yeah, that's it. That's
is that the one?
Yeah.
Pinch harmonics for days.
And it was really like refreshing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the blues rock stuff and the classic rock stuff, but it was just a complete breath of fresh air. And it's kind of like, I should do some more of that, really. Okay. So what about you? What are you working on?
See, I'm the opposite from you. I've been playing more for myself recently because I've only got one acoustic gig left, but then we're going to have a big gig as the KGS band soon, and we've got a lot of songs to learn, so this might change. I've been going down the Nuno rabbit hole, having seen Extreme. Not really, I know they had some cool stuff, but I put it in the Facebook group because it really kicked my head in. The song called Wholehearted, E-flat 12-string acoustic riff. Amazing. And it's like an EVH riff, Eddie Van Halen. Okay. It's swung, it's like I'm the One, if anyone knows that, all the way through. It's like a jazz piece. And just getting the idiosyncrasies in there. Decadence Dance, I've been looking at the breakdown in that for my own playing. Just for fun, because I've got stuff that I will learn seriously. I've been trying to get back to Suspicious Minds. We want to add that into a gig. That's a work song for a gig, but the whole Nuno. Can you feel that sort of swung? I'm trying anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Same with you, big 80s hair, metal riffs.
Must be something in the water down here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but that opens it up to the audience as well. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you're picking up outside of James's lessons, or because we all like to kick something around, kick the can around a bit, don't we?
He's always got a couple of projects on the go, a couple of schemes.
Yeah, definitely.
So right, shall we
questions?
See what everybody's saying? Yeah.
Yes. So usually we get these pre-prepared, but I forgot. So I'm just going to scroll through. So let me screenshot these as I go along. So we have LSW53 again commenting, saying great tip about the headphones. Think it was the cast you said. So basically, he's commenting saying, I'm really butchering this. He's got a Fender Mustang, and he says he had a pair of reasonable headphones, but was a bit underwhelmed with the sound. Today, I treated myself to a pair of Sennheim headphones, and wow, the sound quality vastly improved. So like you said, you need something of comparable quality to plug in. If you've got a pair of earbuds, you think, oh, it's a bit naff.
So when I was looking at replacing the HX Stomp before I bought the Quad Cortex, I was talking to Andy, one of our colleagues at the school, who said, your unit is only as good as what you plug it into. if you could buy the best unit in the world, but if your PA system or your headphones are rubbish,
yep,
it's like trying to make water run uphill. You just can't do it.
It's the whole debate: cheap guitar, expensive amp, cheap guitar.
Yeah, but that's attention grabbing. Why don't you go for mid range for both of them?
The best you can afford.
Yeah.
See, to be fair, when we did our sound check today, I said quite arrogantly, my guitar sounds quite cool through a really good expensive amp and a knackered old Strat from 2011 that I've played to death. But I think it's based on the player. We say this a lot, if you go out and buy a 3,000 Les Paul Studio, it's not going to make you play better.
I want to know who's paying $3,000 for a Les Paul Studio.
We know some people who might.
Daylight robbery.
Yeah.
Daylight robbery. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Gareth says, never heard of a Quad Cortex. Sounds good to me, though. But then they both did. Great show, guys. Will the live show be longer than your typical podcast?
Will it, George?
I don't know. Will it?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because that's the thing. We want to try and create the illusion that it's been filmed in here, but we're hopefully going to get another camera and it's an audience.
So we haven't actually discussed this. We've kind of loosely plotted the show out.
Let's have a chat, shall we, about the live show?
So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, we are doing a live recording of the podcast on Saturday, the 8th of November at Denbydale Pie Hall. There's a link in the description. First link in the description.
Have we run out of our cringy little adverts now that we've pre-filmed?
Yes, we have.
Cool.
Yes, we have.
They're over. Don't worry.
But we're essentially going to record the podcast live on the floor with an audience, but the Pick Our Brains segment, we're actually going to take some questions from the audience. We haven't decided whether we're going to do it live in real time or whether we're going to take them beforehand.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's going to be a podcast that lasts roughly just over an hour. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a little break in the middle, which I think a little intermission in the middle, so you can all get a beer and do all that kind of stuff. But also, we're doing like a big meet and greet at the end of it as well. So the show should last between an hour to probably an hour and 20 minutes with plenty of playing. And we've got some cool stuff planned for it, which I don't want to disclose immediately because it's going to spoil the illusion. What's coming. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot longer. And I'm really looking forward to meeting those of you that are coming to see us.
Yeah, it'll be really good. I saw Brad 100. You said that you're going to make a trip to one of the local music shops here when you come over from Spain to buy a Katana Go, I think he said.
Yeah, was it Anderton's? He said he was.
Oh, and yeah.
Anderton's is a long way.
It's a long way from Denbydale.
So
yeah,
we'll
PMT
see.
used to be down the road, but of course.
No.
There's York. Well, there's Gear for Music in York, isn't there?
Yeah, Richtown Music probably be the one.
I really want. My partner just bought a new car, and she bought it from a dealership in Sheffield. And I'm like, Richtown's just over there, but we didn't have time, so maybe we need.
Maybe it's for the best.
Well, we've got the Bradford Guitar Show. Maybe we have another trip to Richtown.
We'll see. Because
it's a dangerous game,
my bank account can't take anymore.
Yeah.
It's like Kirk Hammett's Warped. It's like, no more.
No more.
No
Crying.
more.
The crybaby is crying.
So what else?
I think that's those two, without spending too long looking through, the comments are really good at the moment. Really, I'm enjoying going through them, actually. I'm trying my best to respond to them. A few people not a fan of the new format, but we don't know if it's good or bad unless you tell us.
Yeah, so we'll have an open discussion on the Facebook group about that.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're not in the Facebook group, more people, it's literally 2 or 3 a day that join.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a lot. We've been filming this show since January.
There's 3,500 people in it. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah, it's been going a year now, officially, but it sort of had a second start, didn't it? When
it had a second
YouTube
win
started.
with the YouTube stuff. So very good. Right then, we will catch you next week, guys. Thank you so much. You starting or am I?
I'll start without blowing our brains out.